Guys, what's up? Jackson here with a Fingerboard tier list where I've compiled a very long list of a variety of companies, and we're just gonna go right into it. S being the best, D being the worst. S for superb, D for dissatisfactory, I'm assuming. But first on our list is Joy Colts. Joy Colts made a variety of wheels. Unfortunately, they have closed down their shops, but I've only heard good things about Joy Colts. So that is S tier, guys, because S being the best. Next, we have Dumb One Technology. They are the company, and I ride their decks. They make fingerboards only, no complaints, just decks, and it's S tier, guys. Next, we have Plenty Chips. Heard only good things about this company, but I haven't been able to ride them, so I'll give them A tier. Next, we have Unique Decks, another brand I personally haven't ridden myself, but I've heard pretty good things about them, so I'll also give them A tier. Now we have Hot Wheels Fingerboards, a good beginner brand, but that's really it. I'll give them C tier. We have Radical Fingerboards, which makes different products as well. I'll give them B tier. We have Blacklist decks, which are really good decks. I've heard great things, so I'll give them A tier. We have Flatface. Flatface makes great products. They make rails, they make wheels, they make tape, they make decks, they make bushings. Anything you can imagine, they got you. That's S tier. Heck, and I'll even put them above Joy Colts in S tier. Next, we have Noah Wood, a really good, I'd say decently beginner to intermediate brand, and they only make decks and maybe some wheels, but they don't make a lot. I'll give them B tier. Next, we have P-Rep, a beginner brand, and they also make obstacles. Their obstacles are good, their decks are not, but I'll give them C tier. Next, we have Beast Pants, some of the best decks to ever be made. And their packaging looks awesome. It always comes in a purple envelope. I'll give them A tier. Next, we have Black River, one of the best companies of all time, fingerboarding wise. That's an immediate S tier. Next, we have Sorry for Fingerboarding. They make fingerboard decks, and they really like to help out the community. They sponsor a lot of stuff. I'll give them A tier. With LC Boards, more beginner brand. Their wheels are kind of bad, their tape is kind of bad, their trucks are bad, but they make really good, solid, affordable decks. I'll put them in B tier. Next, we have Arc Ramps. They make some of the best ramps in the market. I was able to ride. They made a park for Rendezvous at Flatface and Drake it, and it was a great experience, and I would probably purchase one of their ramps. I'll give them A tier. Next, we have Calply, the sister company to Dumb One, the OG, great brand, awesome graphics, and John Cowart, the guy who owns Calply, also makes really cool prints that you can buy, really nice art pieces. I'll give them S tier. Next, we have Berlin Wood, another legend of the community, not founded by Black River, but was purchased by Black River, and they make great decks. S tier. Next, we have FBS, the best tape available, known to man. Unfortunately, that's really the only thing they make now, so I'll give them A tier. Next, we have Stacked Fingerboards, which I've heard great things about. I'm pretty sure they only make decks. Not entirely sure on that, but I'll give them low A tier. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter in which place I put the A tier. Next, we have Funeral Decks. Great decks, really interesting shapes. They give you a lot of options. I'll give them A tier. Next, we have Devise. Devise makes great decks as well. Pretty sure they're based out of Ukraine, or I'm not sure about that actually. I'm not thinking of DK decks. Those are based out of Ukraine. But yeah, Devise, it's probably like a solid A or B. I'll give them low A. Caramel Boards. And it's actually not just boards, they also make wheels and trucks and everything. I'll give them B tier. They're pretty solid all around. Next we have Slush Cult, the GOATs. They're right next to Black River in that conversation. They're great. Tech Deck, the company that started it all. Everyone's beginner product was Tech Deck. I'll give them a B+. Because they don't make the best stuff, but it's kind of just like a sentimental type of deal. Next we have Dirty Fingerboards. They are the people who make Ill Pills, and Ill Pills are the best wheels, I've heard, by many people. So I'll give them A tier. Next we have Good Evening Concrete. They are behind the legendary Neptune benches and ledges, and I'll give them a solid B tier. Never actually tried their crate, but I'll give them below A tier instead. Next we have ASI Berlin, another great company. I'll give them an A tier. We have a lot of great companies, so there's going to be a lot of A tier products. Next we have Callier, makes some of the best decks, or so I've heard. I'll give them A tier as well. I have too much A tier, guys. Too many good companies. Next we have Skull Fingerboards. They make pretty decent products just for beginners. I'll give them, or not for beginners, but pretty good products all around, so I'll give them B tier. Teak Tuning makes a variety of products. I'll give them B tier as well. Next we have Awful Fingerboards. They're really good. I'll give them A tier. Next we have Finger Everything Ramps. Nice company out of Washington State, and their quarter pipe looks amazing. I'll give them mid to low A tier. Next we have we got Finger Everything twice? Alright, no, Finger Everything just didn't go. Or it just disappeared. Okay, that's cool. Next we have 22 Decks. They're probably a B or C tier. Really nice company though, so I'll give them B. Next we have Sponsor Me Tape, some of the best tape ever. I'll give them low A tier. Also, before we go any further, okay, for some reason my thing is glitching, but that's fine. But I know I forgot a lot of brands on this list. There's too many good fingerboard brands for me to include all of them, so apologies if I missed one of your favorite brands. Next we have Yellowwood, who makes good stuff. Give them probably B or C tier. I'll give them C tier. Next we have Catfish Barbecue, S tier. Their products are amazing. Organic Wheels and decks and trucks, they're really good at everything they do, so I'll probably give them B tier. Next we have Black Velvet. They make tape and other stuff. I'll give them C tier. Level Ledges, some of the best obstacles ever, but I'll give them A tier. Dynamic, amazing company, makes everything well, S tier. Anxiety Offline makes beautiful obstacles and resells some other products. He makes obstacles, wax. I'll probably give him A tier. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, but I'll just go by the letters BLCNY. That's the company that RealWear is sponsored by. They look like they make some beautiful decks for a pretty decent price range too, so I'll give them A tier as well. Next we have Wired Ramps. They make a vast array of products, and they have some really sweet color combos, so I'll give them A tier. Let's just scroll down. Oh, whoops. But yeah, guys, that was the entire list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So we had no people go into the D category because all of the brands were great. In C, we had Yellowwood, Hot Wheels, Black Velvet, P-Rep. B, Caramel, LC, Teak Tuning, Radical, sorry for the misspell, Noah Wood, Organic 22 Decks, Tech Deck, and Skull. A, we had a lot of people. Callier, Sponsor Me, Good Evening, Devise, Level, Plenty Chips, Blacklist, ASI Berlin, Funeral, Finger Everything, Awful, Stacked, Beast Pants, Sorry for Fingerboarding, Unique, Dirty, Wired Ramps, BLCNY, Arc Ramps, FBS, Anxiety Offline. And in S tier, we had Cowply Dynamic, Dumb 1, Catfish, Joy Colts, Berlin, Slush Colt, Black River, and Flatface. And I'm also going to move Dirty up to S tier because they make some of the best wheels, so I'll put them up there. But that is the final list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Jackson out.